My name is Ernest Butiu. My name My name is Ernest Butiu, and I have COVID-19. And I have coronavirus. My name is Ernest Butiu, and I have COVID-19. My name is Ernest Butiu, and I have COVID-19. One of the main reasons why I'm making this video is to document and chronicle my experience with COVID. Something that you may see on my channel, if it is a channel, but my social media is usually positive. I take you through a lot of my day-to-day experiences, whether it's work, travel, food, dogs, my home, projects, things like that. I'm not normal in any way, and I like that. And any of my friends and family know that and understand I like that. And that's a reason why many of you are my friends. Obviously my family is my family. But everyone's different, and everyone's COVID experience will be different. What I have experienced so far has not been bad, but I am sick, and I am experiencing symptoms. I have been tested, and I will tell you how I believe I contracted COVID through work. But what is important here is to understand that I'm lucky that at this point it is day 3 after testing positive. I would say day 5, maybe 6 after showing symptoms. My throat is a little hoarse or sore. I've had body aches, headaches, cough, congestion, all pretty mild. The aches, not too bad. The headache is very strange. I notice my symptoms come in waves. It's all very strange. Is it similar to the flu? Is it like the flu or even a cold? In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. Again, I think what's important is to understand that I'm lucky. I'm not experiencing anything that I believe is life-threatening, and I'm one of many that I believe will make out of this alive, and that's a blessing. However, the way that I contracted this angers me. I do not think it is fair. I don't think it's fair to my wife. I also am fortunate that we don't have any kids to pass this on to. We do have dogs, pets. We have foster animals that we're watching over. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that we have 10 foster puppies that are now at risk. I don't know what the risks are, but it is possible that they can get sick. So there's that. So today is, I believe, the 13th. Yes, today's Wednesday, January 13th. I believe I contracted this on Monday, January 4th. As many of you may know or may not know, I work with many restaurants as clients in Southern California. So my business is to sell and support point-of-sale computer equipment for restaurants. One of the restaurants I went to in a neighboring county called Riverside County, I had a client there, had an issue that needed service, and when I arrived, against guidelines, I noticed that they were serving inside the restaurant, at the bar, no masks. Employees were not wearing masks. However, I was wearing a mask. The work that needed to be performed required me to be there for approximately 3 to 4 hours, and I continued to work. I should have left. I made that mistake. I did not need to be there. But I did drive about 2 hours to do the work. And I did, and I left. That was Monday. The following Tuesday, I went to another restaurant, really in the opposite direction, across 3 or 4 counties to the coast, to a city called Solvang. It was there where I performed another all-day function, where I drove about 2 hours. And I was there for maybe about 10 hours. I drove home much later that evening. That location only had a few people inside. At most, maybe 5, all of which were wearing masks. The bulk of the time, maybe 3 people. Not a lot of people. Minimum risk of exposure. Again, I was wearing a mask, and washing my hands frequently, just as I did on Monday. Wednesday, I was in my office in Long Beach, in LA County. I did some office work. Just went about my day as usual in my office. And then the following Thursday, did more work in LA County, at another location. Again, maybe 3 people at the most, if not less. People wore masks. This restaurant was not open, like the restaurant on Tuesday. Also not open. So no diners. Then Friday, I went to another place a few hours away, another restaurant. They were wearing masks, following the guidelines, takeout only, and I did the work, no more than an hour and a half, and left. That day, Friday, I did start to exhibit symptoms, cough, maybe some aches. I don't recall. It really wasn't requiring a lot of attention at the time. Friday night, I was working on this room that you see here. I was doing a lot of work with paint, prep, sanding. That was Friday. I continued to work Saturday and Sunday on this room, and I started to show symptoms. Definitely, for sure, on Saturday. I could feel something coming. Right away, I had the restaurant in mind from Monday. That was serving at the bar inside, no mask. That was in my mind. And I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, but I did book an appointment for PCR test in Long Beach, which I did take on Monday. And because of the scare and just wanting to know, I also took a rapid test that evening, Monday evening, at the Queen Mary, which I did pay. It's $175. It's fine. Got the results back less than an hour, and it came back positive. That rapid test tested only for the coronavirus or COVID antibodies, and I was still pending the results of the PCR test. Early Tuesday morning, I received the results of the PCR test, which also came back positive. So, both of which obviously came back positive and just reassured that I had COVID. Symptoms. On Saturday and Sunday, definitely body aches, mild cough, headache, a little congestion, not a lot. But the headaches were strange. Again, came in waves. Also, some nausea. Experienced a little bit of dizziness or nausea, but it comes on for a minute at a time, then it's gone. I've been taking Tylenol, probably about between 900 to 1200 milligrams, depending on how bad it is, every 4 hours, 6 hours. I don't really exceed over 3,000 or 4,000 milligrams a day of aspirin or Tylenol. It's been pretty consistent since then. I would say that it has slightly tapered off. Today is Wednesday. As far as the severity of the aches. What angers me the most is for however long that this has started, my homes have been very careful. We've worn masks, washed our hands, social distance, avoided crowds, avoided shopping. My wife has stayed in the house as much as she needed, but she's taken walks daily. She's followed her passion with taking care of foster dogs, watching foster dogs, taking care of puppies. She's done all the right things. In an effort to keep my business afloat, I've continued to work. Those first few months, yes, I did work from home. But just as all my clients are struggling, well, we were struggling too. Now, it's our job, my business's job, to help these restaurants stay afloat within the guidelines. And that's what we have continued to do. All of my clients, as far as I know, has followed the guidelines. Every time I visit there, masks, face shields, hand washing, gloves were applicable. Dining outside, not dining outside, limited capacity, keeping the flow correct throughout the restaurant, ventilation. Restaurants have spent tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to stay afloat. And we've tried to help them by moving terminals, adding access, wireless access, different services, integrating services, dealing with delivery companies, integrating those delivery companies. We have put a stop to charging fees, limited fees, many things. So when I went to this restaurant, I found that they were not abiding by guidelines. Right away, I think I was mad, but in a way, I thought they were doing what they had to do to stay open and keep their employees working. But I was wrong. What they're doing is unfair to all the restaurants that are doing the right thing by abiding by the guidelines and hoping to reopen again. What their restaurant was doing was unfair because they were putting many people at risk, including myself and my family. And I was following the rules and they were not. I don't know what I'm going to do in regards to the client. I don't know if I need to do anything. My options are do nothing, call the health department, I don't know. My primary focus is just to stay healthy and recover, which I believe I'm doing. Again, it's still early, and it's still early, and I don't think it'll get any worse, and I hope it doesn't. There isn't much else to do now but monitor my situation. Again, I am very lucky. I am pretty confident I will make it out of this. I'm relatively healthy. I can eat a few less cheeseburgers, but we're taking all the necessary precautions. I'm monitoring heart rate, blood ox levels. I do have a pre-existing condition with asthma, but I've been okay. So this is just a way of saying that COVID's out there. Anyone can catch it. And stay away from people that are breaking the rules. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to me. I don't know if there will be repercussions, but I know that there's almost 400,000 deaths. And it's real. This is just the beginning. And I hope that you'll come back for more. Thanks.